right, everybody, it's on the radar, man. We celebrating today.
Yes, we
Cheers!
are.
I got my boy Young
Cheers.
Pinch here with me, man. Thank you for coming through today.
Man, thank you for
I
having
think this is
me.
the first time I ever just drank with a guest on my show. Oh, it's coming up. Hold on.
It's because of the coronavirus, so we gotta be on
Not the
brand with the beers,
coronavirus.
man.
Stop it. Stop it. Stop. He walked in. He was like, what we drinking? He's like, Corona because I got the coronavirus, and I was like,
I had the coronavirus since I was like 14, bro. Started drinking.
are you from the West Coast originally, or so
I'm
like?
from Huntington Beach, California, so Southern California.
Okay, so are there cases over there right now? Because I haven't
think
really
there's
been.
like one or two in LA or something.
I
My
haven't
grandma's
really
a
been keeping
nurse
up.
in the emergency room.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so she's like, don't be scared. Like, people, like 50,000 people in the U.S. die every year from the flu.
Literally, that was so funny that you mentioned that because my girlfriend just got the flu and she texted me. She's like, babe, didn't they just say that like in Jersey somebody has the coronavirus? And she's like, what if I got it on the train? Going back to the Bronx or something like that. And I was like, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I feel like they always make it because social media now just hypes up everything way more than
it's
like
crazy.
it needs to
imagine
be.
if they hyped cancer up the way they're hyping this coronavirus up. People would not be eating McDonald's, not smoking cigarettes, not like doing all this stuff that they do every day without even caring.
Yeah, like if you think about it, like people are scared about the coronavirus, but cancer kills more people than whatever this is doing. Like
And
this
the flu and the common cold does too. It's like
this will be like
know.
what was the other thing? Swine flu? This will
Yeah,
this
that
will
was
go away
wild.
in like a couple months. Like and
was a wild
we'll
one.
like look back and we'll be like, oh, remember when we were all just fucking around talking about the dying from the
Cheers to
coronavirus?
Coronas up.
Cheers. We don't got Coronas. We got Bud Light and Budweiser, but I ain't mad.
So we on brand right now. We can't
We can't
jump
divulge
in
to
that
that.
Corona,
Yeah,
right?
because
It's
now
too
we're
scary out here in New York right now. Everyone's gonna freak out.
Is this your first time in New York?
Mm-mm.
You've been here before.
I've been here a couple times.
How you enjoying your time here right
I
now?
love it, man. I always love it. I
It's a
just
little-
can't be here for too long.
It's
I
too
gotta
cold,
get back to
right?
the beach. It's cool. I like to switch up. I mean,
I like what you just did there, back
I
to the
don't-
beach.
Yeah, I don't like that. When it snows and rains here, it gets kind of like you get stuck inside.
It gets depressing. I
Yeah.
feel like the only thing that's more depressing than here is like London, where it's just gray all the time.
Yeah, London's a good time too, though.
But you got your new album out right now, man.
Yeah,
Congrats. Let's finally get to the music, man.
do
I love the song with Blackbear.
Appreciate it, bro.
I love. I had to write them down because I'm bad with remembering song names. I love Sober.
Yeah.
Sober is dope. And then Hanging with Ghost was like that's like in the third act of the album.
Yeah.
I remember I was getting there and I was just telling you before the interview starts, like it's a lengthy album.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And I felt that like the whole way through I was entertained, which I feel like is difficult for people to accomplish nowadays, to keep somebody's attention for the entire album.
Yeah, you got to keep it refreshing. I feel like a lot of people, like, their songs tend to, like, after 5-6 records, they just sound like kind of the same records, or the subjects that they be talking about kind of be like the same thing. But I kind of just like designated certain subjects and certain vibes for each song, certain stories for different songs throughout the album, and just definitely switched it up. Like, I got an acoustic record on there.
Yeah,
I
that
got
was
the
also
record with
very
Good
cool.
Charlotte, which is like basically like a rock record almost.
Okay, now that was like you jumped the gun for me, because like when I saw when I got all your info and all that stuff like that, and I saw Good Charlotte, I was like, how the fuck did he do this? You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like getting like a Linkin Park on your album or some shit like that. Like it's like super like early 2000s legendary. Like how the hell did you manage to get them?
I grew up on that shit for sure. So I think it was a mixture between like my manager and Cisco Adler, who executive produced my project. They reached out to them and just like told them that I wanted to work and like have them on the project if possible. And I just went over to their studio and chopped it up with them for like an hour, played the record. They loved it. And then then Benji, the guitar player, he wanted to listen to the rest of the album, so I played him a couple more records, and then he put some guitar on Punk Heaven because he liked it so much.
Right.
So nobody really knows, but I got Benji Madden, the guitarist from Good Charlotte,
That's amazing.
on Punk Heaven as well.
That's so cool, because that's like when there'll be artists and they'll be like Slash doing a guitar riff on somebody else's song.
It was just epic for me, like super like childhood dream, you know what I'm saying? Like, to have them
I feel like if I was you
co-sign
and I had like a Lincoln, if I had like Mike Shinoda on like a record, I feel like that would be like my Good Charlotte. I'd be like, oh my god, like how did I get this guy?
100%.
That's amazing. So you have like obviously you have like a lot of rock influences with your music.
Yeah.
So Good Charlotte. Who else?
I mean, I always pretty much like listen to the same shit that I grew up on. It was like Red Hot Chili Peppers, Blink-182, Sublime, like straight just Beach Boy vibes. You feel
I
me?
see that. I
Little
see
bit of
that.
Smashing Pumpkins.
I always get a little jealous of people in Cali because, like, you watch like those movies growing up of like people just chilling on the beach.
Yeah.
And then like you know,
Smello.
Yeah, and then here in like New York, it's like, all right, well,
Everyone's going.
you guys in December, you
Everyone's
guys are
always
like on the
moving,
beach.
going crazy out here.
Yeah, I'm so envious of that because it just looks like so much fun and like I don't know. I feel like I missed out on a big part of like,
I
having
mean,
punk rock and living at the beach and
so I
living
try
by
to
the beach.
incorporate all that into my music so people feel like they're living it when they listen to my music.
Yeah, because I felt like it was like summertime a little
Yeah,
bit when
for
I was
real. Even
listening
though
to the
I dropped
album
the
earlier.
project in winter, still feels like summer.
I know it's not an odd time to drop an album, but it's like it is an interesting choice, especially for someone who
I was supposed to drop it in June, but the
uh,
label I was with at the time didn't let me, so I had to get out of the label deal and drop it on my own. So
okay, but now
yeah,
you're good. You're good
yeah,
now.
I'm
You're happy
straight. I'm
now.
Gucci.
And I know you and Guap Dad are cool too
Yeah,
because
it's my brother. We got the same manager too as
yeah,
well.
because you definitely do. Because I was definitely trying to have y'all both come and play video games with me on
Yeah.
my other show,
Oh,
and
okay.
it just didn't work out. But I was like, yo, having Pinch and Guap Dad here at the same time, I felt like that would have been extremely funny because
Yeah.
like y'all got like this both like very, I guess
Yeah.
the proper term is like eclectic energy to y'all.
Yeah, and we just like super comfortable around each other, so it's like homie vibes, you know. I remember this one time we did an interview where I had to like roll a backwood and like smoke and like tell all these stories about like smoking and stuff, and he did it with me, but he doesn't even smoke weed, so he's like pretending to roll a backwood, like he passed it to me when he went to smoke it, and then like would pretend to hit it and just like hold it and talk, and then like pass it to me, and then like at the end of the
That's
interview they
so
were like,
funny.
"Wait, do you even smoke?" And he's like, "Nah, I don't."
And they're like,
So
wait, and then they're
funny.
like, yo, why did we bring you here? And he's like, hey, I'm here though.
He's like, it was great. It worked out. No, it definitely like, and he was like making shit up. Like, yeah, the first time I smoked, like,
Because
or every time I smoke, man, I do this. And it's just funny.
he was just capping the
Yeah,
whole
I was
entire
laughing the whole
time.
interview. I'm like, because I know him, you know. So it's like, it was funny.
And now you're signed to Blackbear, right? And now Blackbear is super dope. He's been like on my radar, no pun intended, for like 4 or 5 years now.
Yeah.
How did you link up with him?
I've known him damn near before I knew really anybody in this music industry. He reached out to me when my first record, Rock With Us, started picking up and like hit over 1 million views.
Okay.
He reached out to me, said he wanted to remix it, and then the next morning I woke up and he dropped the remix. Like
really?
Instagram was going crazy, Twitter was going crazy.
Because he's got like a really like cult
he's got a
following
huge,
too.
huge fan base. And yeah, I just tapped in with him and I'm like, yo, let's link up, let's meet each other, let's get in the studio. And then first time I went over to his crib, we made the Smoke and Drive record, which is like another huge record for us, and never were able to get it cleared, so that's why it's not out on all. Like,
The sample couldn't get cleared.
Yeah.
That sucks, man.
Yeah, no, it's all good, bro. Like I understand.
You run into
why
those
they
problems a
didn't
lot,
clear it.
like trying to clear samples.
I don't really try and do samples no more because
of that, yeah.
And then this Blink-182 record, I tried to like flip "Miss You."
Oh, that would have been dope.
Tom DeLonge cleared it, and so did Mark Hoppus, but Travis Barker didn't clear it and wouldn't give a reason why. So it's definitely like a childhood.
You gotta go ahead, take a drink, take a drink. Yeah, go ahead, take a drink.
Smash my dreams down, but it's all good.
Have you ever met Travis Barker or any of them?
Yeah,
or?
I took a picture with his kids too, like Complex.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Before or after the song?
Before.
Oh, before. Okay. I mean, maybe it's just I don't know. Has anybody else ever sampled the Blink song? Maybe that's why.
I don't know, but I don't know. It's a touchy topic for like everyone involved, I'm sure. But
of course,
like, if the two people who like wrote and sang on the song like cleared it, then like why wouldn't you?
Of course, yeah. No, I get it. I get it.
I don't know.
I get it. Moving on from that.
Yeah.
So what's up? What you doing next? I know you got a tour coming up.
I'm just out here promoting the album. I'm gonna go on the Back to the Beach tour end of April for a couple months.
You coming to New York?
Yeah, for sure.
I definitely need to be at that. I
want to
come through and show love,
course,
man.
Bro. And I think we're actually in the talks of setting some stuff up in Europe. Some shows in Europe.
That's amazing.
I haven't been to Europe since I went with G-Eazy on tour.
You were on tour with G-Eazy?
Yeah, bro.
Get the fuck out of
here.
here.
On tour with Post Malone, G-Eazy, like.
Say it with your chest. Say it a little loud. That's what G-Eazy tour.
I don't really like to like flex like that though.
Why not? Come on, man. You doing
way
well
cooler to be humble than to be cocky.
That's very true. Very true.
Yeah, if people know, they know. I went on the Beautiful and Damn tour in Europe with G.
No way. I definitely went to that show and when they came to New York.
Oh yeah, the US one.
Yeah, I definitely went.
So what happened was I was supposed to go on that US tour, but I ended up doing my own headlining tour at the same time, which was like my first ever headlining tour. So I was like super bummed, you know. And then like 2 weeks after I came back, my whole tour sold out, so I wasn't bummed after the tour because I was like, thank God that I did it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like,
how can you be mad about that?
Yeah, like had my own tour bus, sold out. It was my first time doing that, so it was a big deal. And I came home and I went to one of G's, like I think it was like a Spotify show or something like that, because he was like a pretty good friend at that point.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And out of nowhere, right before he went on stage, he's like, "You want to go to Europe with me?" I was like, what do you mean? He's like, you want to go on tour with Europe? Like, you're supposed to do the US one, but it didn't work out. Like, you should come and do it in Europe. And I was like, yeah, like,
That's
hell yeah.
awesome, bro.
We did like 22 countries in like a month and a half or
And
so.
that's where the bag's at.
It was like
Overseas
the
is-
funnest time of my life, bro. Just being in Europe and traveling, because I love traveling. Like,
Because you know what? I was actually just talking to this dude the other day who he came by my show. Shout out Live Like Davis. He was here and he was telling me about how he's about to perform overseas for the first time at a festival in Spain. And I told him what's so cool about going overseas, and obviously I'm sure you could attest to this, is like they're just happy to have American artists come over there.
Man, they were loving the Beach Boy. Like West Coast, they were like, what? California Beach Boy. Like, I love it. Long hair, rock star shit. Like, yeah, they're eating it up.
It's crazy.
Even if
like,
they didn't even speak the language fully, like they were rocking out.
Or if they don't
awesome.
like, even if they don't know you, they're like, you'll get like that type of love at like their festivals and shit like
they're
that.
They're super loyal fans too. So once you do win them over, like they're there to stay.
And then like when if the bag dries up here, the overseas bag is always there for you.
Bag's going crazy over there.
So you come back to New York what day? Do we know?
No, I don't know the exact date.
You don't know yet? Okay.
We're still confirming a couple of like last minute shows that we're adding on. So I'll probably announce the tour in like a week or two.
Dope. Anything else you got coming up that you want to promote?
Nah, man. Just go ahead and run that Back to the Beach up. You feel me? Go get it now. Man. Out now on all platforms everywhere.
Love that, man. Let them know where to follow you at too, so they can keep up with all your moves.
Man, Instagram, social media, that stuff sucks. No, I'm just kidding. I'm at youngpinch.com if you want to go. Oh wait, I said that wrong.
Youngpinch.com.
You can find me.
You got some beer in you now.
Anywhere. Yeah, no, I was faded last night too, bro. Low key, that's why she told me. She's like, "You want to drink beer?" And I'm like, I guess it'll make me feel less
Hey man, come on,
hungover,
man. It's not every day that I'm giving free beer at work, so we gotta do it.
Cheers to that.
Cheers, bro. Cheers.
Yeah. Now you guys can follow me on all social media platforms at YoungPinch, YUNGPINCH. That's that.
That's that, man. Young Pinch on the radar. Thank you.
Thank you, bro.
My guy.